fall asleep.
I don't know if you've ever been in the position to manipulate the thoughts of a child.
Oh.
But there's a window where you can, when I say manipulate,
Like a window in a van with candy?
click, click. There's a lot of vintage cameras in this place. A lot of stuff that's not going on the internet. I'd be worried about that. You smell chemicals? Why is there a red bulb in the laundry? Anyway, when I say manipulate, I basically mean shape.
Okay.
My son's in that era.
Uh-huh.
I've got him listening to Metallica.
Okay.
He loves it. His favourite song is For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Nothing wrong with that.
Movies. He's begging me to watch The Thing. Because I've showed him the previews. He's like, why can't I see it? I said, wait till you're 10.
Yeah, he's not prepared for The Thing.
He's not prepared for The Thing.
No.
But he's seen some pretty ropey stuff.
Yep.
Like Mad Max Fury Road, all that sort of stuff that's quite scary to a kid. He's seen it.
You know what? The Thing is so much scarier than Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, I know, but to a child, like, it's kinetic, it's frenetic, it's full on. You know, it's colours and stuff. You know, they're not going to get Requiem for a Dream, are they? They're not going to understand that.
Oh, look, I still... Actually, it was so weird because it was on TV just the other night. The original 1980s June.
Yes.
And I just remember, like, seeing that, like, just as a kid and just being, like, obsessed with the movie.
Yeah.
And, like, you look at it now and you're like, I clearly had no idea what the hell was going on. But obsessed. There were worms.
My name is a killing word. These days it'd be Brody.
Oh, my God.
He's going to kill someone. But that's what I was getting to. Dune. Yeah. I watched the Denis Villeneuve Dune with my son.
Okay.
He's fucking loved it.
Yep.
Like, I could not believe it.
Yeah.
Like, my girlfriend Lou has left the room twice. I'm not watching this. So that's now Blade Runner and Dune that she's walked out on.
Oh, hang on. Is this, when you say Blade Runner, do you mean the original?
The original and 2049.
Okay, 2049 I get.
Oh,
but
shut your whore mouth.
The original?
The original. Yeah, the original.
That's...
She said it was depressing and boring.
But yeah, that's
the point.
That's its thing.
Yeah.
That's...
She has a very linear emotional response.
Oh.
She watches rom-coms to feel good. She listens to country music to feel sad.
Oh my God, but like the emotional guilt that gets put onto you by Rutger Hauer at the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Those attack ships on fire off Orion, that's got nothing compared to a season of whatever hayseed bullshit she's watching, Heart of Dixie or some shit like that.
Oh.
Love you, Lou.
Oh.
But anyway, June.
Yes.
So my son's really into it and he wants me to explain everything to him. And I bring him out into the lounge room, just like behind you where I've got my records and stuff.
Yeah.
And I pull out I've got an early copy of June.
Yeah.
And he blew his mind. It's a book? Yeah, it's a book. It's a book, internet boy. It's a book. Can we read it?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we can read it.
Oh my God.
Me remembering that, me trying to pronounce all the Arabic in it is going to sound very racist. But so long as I stop and, explain why they're doing this, it's fine. My son has been a terrible sleeper his entire life. His entire life.
Let me guess, problem solved?
I get maybe half a page through Dune. It's like, and then I'll get up to leave and he'll go, where are you going? So you fell asleep. But we just, the Gom Jabbar. And he says it like he's trying to remember the name of a basketballer, Kareem Gom Jabbar. And he goes, no, keep reading. So I'll sit there and, you read for a little bit and it's all this Arakin, Yaka, Durka, Durka. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. We've been doing this now for a week. We're 10 pages in. We are 10 pages into June. Can we finish the book before the new movie comes out?
Only if the new movie comes out when you're 50, son.
Yeah.
Oh my God. To be honest though, I don't care what anyone says. I don't think anyone has ever read the books of June and not.
Oh, you shut your whore mouth. Really? What's your sci-fi epic?
Oh, because I can't even, I just hate all and any of, I can't remember anybody's name. It's the same as like Game of Thrones. That's why I like just looking at it, because I know who Pedro Pascal is.
Yeah.
I know who the tall chick is. I don't have to remember anyone's name. June, you're asleep before someone even gets their name out.
Game of Thrones is an unwieldy mess. He literally made it up as he went along, which I know is the point.
This is literally all.
I know that's how fiction works. But there was no revision. It was just like, and then this happened, and this happened, titties, and then this happened, and this happened.
He couldn't keep up with everybody's bomba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dump, let alone with their ba-doom-ba-doom and the Arctrades and the house and the flying worm. Oh.
It was like he was live commentating a game of Risk. It was terrible.
But with more tits than us.
The tits were good.
Yeah. You know what? I really enjoyed the equality with Game of Thrones, in that we also got a lot of dicks, regardless if they were dicks that we wanted to see or not.
You didn't get to see Jason Momoa's dick. It was heavily alluded to, though.
Oh, well, they didn't have a lens big enough. But anyway, my absolute penultimate science fiction, hands down, it's Aliens. Nothing will ever beat Aliens.
So Aliens, not the original. Not the
No, Aliens.
That's an epic film.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Still my favorite movie, and always will be.
Not that I think that. Look, don't even get me started on the book versus movie argument, which I come down hard on the movie side of things.
Yeah.
Because my argument has long been, don't tell me that you can create a world in your hungover brain on the train on the way to work better. Not you, I'm talking about society. Don't tell me you can visualise a story better than 400 people in Hollywood who've dedicated their entire lives to producing motion pictures.
Yeah, totes.
You can produce a better world than that.
Totes.
You're off your fucking skull.
Totes.
You are literally dreaming.
Oh my God. No, oh my God. From the freaking studio that bought us Titanic versus the Shark. I can't think of any of the really bad movies, but I'm doing better than them.
But I seriously had a friend who read Dune, and they were just like, "Nah, I can create a world way better." And it's like, yeah, but when you came to a fancy dress party, you went like, I don't know, Mexican. Like that's the level of your imagination, and you think you're creating a better world than Denis Villeneuve is? He shot on film, converted to digital, and then shot the digital back onto film to create that look.
Anyway, so, you know, and then the aliens show up, and then, you know, there was the thing, and...
Yeah. But you only get a fine window with which to manipulate small children into the way that you want them to be. So,
okay.
If you're listening at home, Arabella and Mackenzie, go do what your mum says and feed the fucking horses. That was two of our listeners. I found out that...
Oh, okay, there we go.
I found out that one of our listeners has to ration the podcast so they can only listen to it when they're on the way driving out to the bush to feed their horses, because otherwise the kids won't come to help.
Ah, okay. So I kind of feel like we're personally responsible for corrupting children.
Yeah.
Putting it on the LinkedIn.
John has joined the Catholic Church. Again.
Ruining children.
I'm pretty sure that me being a Catholic is like a Blockbuster membership. It's still out there somewhere. It's still valid in some fucking, like, Micronesia or something like that.
Hey, I have gone to Christmas Eve midnight mass with my mum and a nun. So
I can top you.
I can fucking do anything, and I've got a get out of jail card. How can you top that?
We were so Catholic that my uncle was a lawyer for the Vatican. So he was a Monsignor. And he was a lawyer in the Vatican.
Yeah.
We used to get invited to the private mass that was just for priests. And I was an altar boy for that.
I was going to say, was he using your parents just to get to you?
You know that photo of that little white woman surrounded by like 10 massive black guys on the couch? That was what it was.
Oh, just little John surrounded by the clergy.
Why have I got a limp now? Why have I got a bad back at 45? I don't know.
Oh my god. See, this is why shits me. People fucking go off about, oh my god, fucking drag queens reading, stories to the children. They're gonna get them. Then drop their kids off at Sunday school.
Yeah.
You know the statistics on this, right? Fucking hell.
I do love the whole argument around that. Because, and look, I'm probably going to alienate a few people here.
Oh, excellent.
I just love the fact that, look, if you're the kind of person who is scared that a drag queen is reading to your child, don't be. It's just theatre. It's dress-ups. It's a grown-up who likes to put on costumes and put on a funny voice, sing songs. They're a bit bawdy. They're not doing that to your kids. The kids just think it's hilarious. All that kind of stuff. Totally harmless.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with drag queens at all.
Yep.
Conversely,
Yes.
for the people who go to work 2 jobs, one of them at Walmart, another one at some Amazon distribution center, who don't have time to fucking go to the toilet.
Yeah.
They're literally having to shit in a bag.
Yes.
It's not unreasonable for them to freak out
Yeah.
when they talk to their kids and say, how was school? I was okay. Anything special happen? A man took me into the library and read to me an address. Like, that would freak you out.
No, I'd be like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, because you're into that. I'm just talking about people.
Like, I'm into that.
We already know. You're from Broken Hill. He's a man and he can read. That'll do. That'll do.
No, I think it was because, like, an adventurous child. Like, I would just go. I remember, oh my god, I ran off from my parents in a Woolworths supermarket and was gone. Just like, and apparently, they had everyone out looking for me. Like, the supermarket was like, we're phoning the police. I had wandered off because in the mall there was a guy doing like a promotion for Telstra and was like, who wants to win a stuffed owl? So I'm like, yeah, I do. And went on this quiz show thing to win a stuffed owl. And then got my stuffed owl and just came back. And this is my mum and here I am with this giant stuffed owl. Where did you get that? The man gave it to me. So then oh my god, people are bailing up the poor Telstra man. What are you doing giving stuff to children? He's like, she was standing next to a woman. I thought it was her mother. This whole and I'm just there with my owl, I got an owl.
Wow.
So the idea of someone, dressed like a fairy, just stealing me off into a land of books sounds amazing.
Yeah, well, you did grow up in Broken Hill.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Imagine being the poor guy sent from the city to go hand out toys to children in Broken Hill. And 2 minutes later, it's just an angry mob.
Lighting the torches.
It's where did you even find timber to burn in this wasteland?
Get it.
That's the Christmas timber. These torches, they've been saving that.
I have a feeling it was the bones of the last person from Telstra who tried to give away toys to the children.
The only people that can give toys to these kids are bikies on their annual fucking PR run where they try and pretend that they're not fucking horrendous, meth-dealing, violent psychopaths.
One year, my dad had to be Father Christmas for the town. Okay.
Yep.
So, all the kids would rock up, get the pig. They're like, yeah, there's the suit, put him on, So he's got the big beard and he had his, the glasses on, back in the day, those 80s dodgy glasses that everyone was wearing. The problem was they were the glasses that, would tint when it got bright.
Oh, yeah.
So the problem was every time they took, and because it was old, it wasn't like today, you wouldn't take the picture and look at it.
No.
It was all you'd take the picture and then, you'd send it off to the chemist and,
Yeah. Or the evidence lab.
The evidence lab.
Yeah.
And then a week later, they got the back. The problem was the camera was triggering this response in my dad's glasses. So they went dark.
Oh no.
So it's one of those inappropriate where it's these creepy dark sex offender glasses.
Santa doesn't want you to see his eyes, kids.
But of course they didn't know this until everyone had got them back on Christmas Eve.
Jesus Christ. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, oh my god, the 80s was a different time.
Literally bad Santa.
Yeah. Oh my god, 100%. So, yeah.
When I used to run a newspaper in the bush, I got roped into being Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
does that happen?
Because I was look, I'm not going to lie. I did not have any friends in that town. Because I was a 20-year-old fucking weirdo who listened to death metal, who didn't play footy or cricket. Like,
Okay.
there was no one wanted to be associated with me.
Yep.
So I joined a service club.
Oh, gosh.
You know, those ones where they like cook barbecues and stuff in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I joined a service club.
Yeah. It's a man's cry for help.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, these days I just get on 4chan and become a neo-Nazi. So
Yeah.
cooking breakfast barbecues not so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, they said, well,
Anyone
look,
out there, if you're thinking of joining the Nazi party, maybe just go out and like cook some barbecues for
join Rotary.
for the elderly. Yeah. You know, fix some furniture or something.
Yeah.
Don't become a Nazi.
Anyway,
It's not worth it.
It's really not worth it. Anyway, so they had a float in the Christmas parade, Christmas pageant, and they do Winnie the Pooh. And they're like, well, you're 20 years younger than us. Like, we're going to make you Tigger because Tigger bounces around and like goes up and gives lollies to the kids and all this kind of stuff. I'm a raging alcoholic. I'm brutally hungover. Because it's Christmas. I'm about to go on leave. I have not slept for days. I've been up on the piss. They give me this suit and like, go out and stand in the middle of a fucking outback Australian summer in this polyester suit and jump around. And I'm like, that is 100% guaranteed to end in vomit, diarrhea, or both. I'm going to put this on, stand in the back of the ute, hold on, and just try not to puke. So there's actual footage of me on the TV on the back of this ute driving through town with all these other people like going, hey, it's Christmas, kids, Christmas lollies. And there's me, head on the roof going, ugh. And I'd occasionally do Nixon fingers. Just this hungover tiger. Just, here he is, kids.
You were not the Tigger they wanted. You were the Tigger they deserved.
We ordered a Siberian tiger. I didn't think we were going to get a real Russian tiger. Look at him. He doesn't have a functioning liver. He's not actually that colour. That's his liver failing. Whoa. Pukey the tiger says Merry Christmas.
Oh my God. I miss country towns.
Country towns are really, really interesting.
A lot of paper mache just and a sheep on the back of a ute just driving down the
They
town.
put tinsel on a sheep. Like, there you go. Christmas. In Port Perry, where I'm from, the local dirt circuit club, God fucking love them. We could do a whole episode on dirt circuit racing. Imagine...
Okay, do you want to explain for our listeners out there, for our American listeners, a dirt circle club is not what you think it is.
Dirt circuit racing. So, basically...
Yeah, but what is it? What is it?
I'm about to explain. So, cars that are essentially no longer roadworthy because they're incredibly unsafe, kind of car you don't give a fuck about. You can crash it. Who cares? Set it on fire like you're a hip-hop mogul. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But we're talking about Hyundais. We're talking about Nissan Altimas.
Okay.
Like really bad cars. Mixed in with like some guys like, I've got a welder and a 440 V8. I'm going to build an open wheeler. So they do. They build like these Mad Max machines.
Excellent. Okay.
So you've got the combination of a rattle can spray job on a Hyundai Excel with a homemade fuel cell that's literally just a jerry can with a hose in it, going through the firewall. You know, overalls are what you need for a fireproof suit. Open-faced helmet. Gloves are just dish gloves. You know, it's Mad Max shit.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, they have a parade every year in the Christmas pageant. So one of these Mad Max open wheelers is there. Bit of tinsel. There you go, kids. A Morton Joe says Merry Christmas. I'm looking for breast milk donors.
Oh, I remember, like, because they would have Christmas lights on the edge of town.
Yeah.
Like, so if you went to, like, this one place, you had to go past this, like, abattoir. And, yeah, they used to put all the tinsel on their abattoir sign.
That's amazing. Bloody Merry Christmas.
And just, I never knew, like, what it was. Like, when I was younger, I just knew there was all this, like, tinsel on a fence. And then as I got older, I realised. And I'm like, this is not very festive.
That's a John Williamson song, isn't it? And there's tinsel on a fence.
Abattoir.
I can smell the fat rendering. It's going to be Christmas suet. Whoa, no wonder you're vegan. My parents, I just got to tell you this quickly. So I grew up on the street in Port Perry that had the most competitive Christmas lights competition you can imagine.
I love them.
Brutal.
Yes.
Guy across the road from us, lovely man. He was the nicest guy in the world. Just everything he did was for charity. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, but everything he did was for charity.
Yeah.
He had the most, like, imagine just Las Vegas on meth. It was, more meth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was crazy. Donald Duck, dinosaurs, like fucking...
Excellent.
All this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And there's my mum, hyper Catholic.
Yeah.
Will not eat anything but fish on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Lent is the most important part of the year.
Yeah.
Fuming. And I hear her talking to my dad.
Yeah.
Well, she's got a glass of wine just going, the fuck's Donald Duck got to do with Christmas? Right. So angry. So mad. School teacher mad. Right. My dad, quite a gifted artist.
Yeah.
He actually, if you ever go to our house, it's like he's got these copies of like all the Raphaelite paintings. That's how he trains himself.
Yeah.
So, we've got all that sort of stuff. He's got copies of Matisse and Van Gogh. We look like a bad kind of World War II counterfeit operation. Right? Anyway, my mum basically says to Dad, you will build a religiously, like, appropriate Christmas display. Right? So that's what he does.
I knew this was coming.
That's what he does. He goes out into the shed.
Yeah.
Creates these Dutch masters of like angels like heralding the arrival of Christ. Does them all on plywood. Hangs them up in the garden with these like lights that shine up onto them like Nuremberg. So you've got angels in the trees. Builds a scale replica of Bethlehem down in the lower part of our garden so you get the perspective idea.
Yeah.
And then he builds a manger out of permapine. Of course, because Jesus gets born into arsenic apparently. And has like all these other things that he's painted. So it looks like fucking the Sistine Chapel in this Port Perry yard, right?
Yeah.
All these kids are walking past just going, where's the dinosaurs? Where's Donald Duck? My dad's like, fuck. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Let's go over the road where they give you lollies.
I'm going to beat the mirror out of you, you little shit.
It was so fucking good.
Oh my God. When I was younger, for a time, I used to work, like you pick up seasonal work.
Yeah.
And I used to work in this Christmas shop. Mm-hmm. Do you know what is the number one stolen item from a Christmas shop?
Tinsel?
Baby Jesus.
Really?
Babe, and not even ironically, the most number one stolen thing are baby Jesuses. And it doesn't matter what it is, like if it's from like a little like nativity or whether it's like, you have like, the big giant light up things. People always steal the baby Jesus.
There must be like Bic lighters. No one's ever bought one.
Yeah.
There's just little baby Jesuses getting around. Go to see the nativity outside the fucking Vatican. Hey!
I know. So just baby Jesuses. Yeah.
There you go.
So, just remember that next time you see a baby Jesus. Ask her to see the receipt.
This is the funny thing. One of the listeners sent me a picture of the advent calendar of Hans Gruber falling off Nakatomi Tower. And I write back and they go, is this for the podcast? I'm like, Liz already gave it to you. I've had it. What? Stole it from a Christmas shop.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, my God. I just love it. It's just another one of those things of why we're doomed.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, there's been all this excitement. Everyone's talking about, oh my God, like the Pentagon is admitting, that aliens exist. And then literally everyone was like, yeah, that's great. I've still got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I got a mortgage.
Like,
yeah, the fucking little green men going to pay my mortgage.
Yeah, like, got to eat until they come and hello, overlords. It can't be worse, to be honest.
Really can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just, yeah.
There's some shit being said in those hearings where they're basically just like, these things can fly in our airspace in impunity. Are they a threat to us? Yeah. Can we do anything about them?
No.
Nope. Okay. Back to work.
Yeah. We've got some like balloon drones that we can send up.
I've got spinner rims to buy. Stop with all this talk.
I know. So it's kind of, until they're actually here and they start like divvying up the labor, or whatever, we'll just jog on, mate.
Yeah.
We'll just fucking like jog on. But I have a theory. Everyone who's like really gets freaked out about, oh my God, like the aliens, like, oh, they're going to get us. It's because they are worried that the aliens are going to treat us the way we treat animals on this planet. Yeah.
They're going to test cosmetics on us?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Just put us in cages and put little lipstick on us and pour the alien shampoo in our eyes.
I hope we don't get colonized by lonely farmer aliens.
You know it. You know it.
Oh, you're trapped in a fence, are you, son? Trapped in a force field.
That's exactly how it's going to happen. That's exactly how it's going to happen.
A one human. Still the greatest joke of all time.
Oh my God. I still have an idea. And one day I want to get enough money to make it into a movie. So, copyright. Nobody can steal my idea.
Yeah.
I've still got to I've got to come up with the best name for it. But basically what it is basically, all the big ships are going to show up on Earth and they're going to beam down. And they're these giant cat creatures that are looking for their masters, which are, of course, cats.
Oh.
So they quickly set about, just like dominating our planet.
Yeah.
And just using us for like food. Everyone except the cat ladies.
It's a very specific screenplay you've got here.
Just all the cat rescue people and all the people with cats are like the only people that are like, I guess like promoted, shall we say. And there's these like big like cat things like Egyptian style are like going around like house to house. And there's all these people who've been like, like mean to cats. And they're like, this guy's like grabbing a cat trying to be like, see, like I've got a cat. And then the cat rats him out. It's like, he's a prick. And he gets eaten.
But cats are assholes. They'll just totally be like those people that dobbed in the Jews. They'll be like that. Goodbye, humans. Goodbye, humans. They'll be doing that.
Not to like their valued servants. Not to their valued servants.
So you're spending a life in servitude.
Yeah. But they're so cute and fluffy.
They are very cute and fluffy.
If you're going to spend your life in servitude anyway, you may as well send it to something that you can put your little face in their belly and...
The way movies are being made, though, these days, you're going to have to do so much product placement. And there's just going to be so much, like, Benadryl, Nasonex.
I'm just going to get sponsored by, like, Dine cat food. Feed your cat the food that won't get you fed to interplanetary...
There you go.
Aliens.
Someone spent 10 years in marketing school to learn what you just gave away for free.
Bam. Copyright. So
I'm sure that's a legal term.
Totally. I did the slap. That is legit.
I thought that was sharpening knives.
No, that's me doing like my copyright. #copyright.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll stand up in The Hague.
Damn straight.
Yeah, she did this, Your Honour. That's totally sharpening knives.
It's still sharpening knives.
That's a Gordon Ramsay.
That's sharpening knives.
I don't know.
Fucking kids today. Oh my God. I don't know. You're just making it worse. You know what? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Talking about having a problem and just making it worse.
No.
That so brings us, would you believe, to the topic of this week.
I hoped it would.
What are the chances?
Pretty good.
Look, I'm just going to say it off the top of the mark, okay?
Yeah.
Problems suck.
Are you filling this up with standard Jim Beam?
No.
Okay.
That's the good stuff. That's the blue label. I love Jim Beam, but the blue label is extra smooth.
Sorry, you're just talking about problems, and I gave you this for Christmas, and I can't believe there's this much of it left.
Oh, no, that's another bottle.
Okay. Oh, no, I've tipped you onto the good stuff, and now you're going to go get it.
I know.
I'm sorry.
This stuff's more expensive. It's totally worth it, though.
Even I don't drink, and I had a sip, and it was nice.
It's really smooth.
I didn't want to punch a woman at all, which is strange for Jim Beam.
It's Bundaberg, mate.
Oh, no, Bundaberg makes you want to punch anyone. Jim Beam specifically, Jim Beam or Rebel Yell, just like must punch women.
No, you punch the air with your Rebel Yell. That's the only thing you're punching.
More.
Although, oh my God, can you you know how like the Dixie Chicks became like the Chicks? Because obviously it's like we want to get...
should have become the Dicks. That would have been way better.
Oh my God.
Just so I can hear rednecks just say things like, I don't want any of those dicks. I ain't going to see dicks. That would have been way better.
Oh my god! Well, no, because I'm thinking because it's like obviously, and they're getting rid of all like the South statues and everything because fuckers lost. Like
Brandon used to love dicks. How much better would that be than the chicks?
Yeah, it's a lot better marketing.
The dick chicks.
The dick chicks. Oh, yeah. No,
And then
but
they're
again,
reading to people in a library.
oh my god, that's so much better than mine. I was just gonna say the dick chicks. You're still equating it with the South, but oh my god, just the racist ones. Oh my god, no, but like, because they're like, oh, we want to get rid of like all signs of like like the rebels. Can we still sing Rebel Yell? Do we need to update the lyrics? What even is a rebel yell? Because did the South run across like the war screaming more
More losses. No, it's a thing. Like if you can actually listen to it on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Is it more?
No, it's not more.
Okay. Because she's my God, we keep shooting them and they just keep screaming for more.
It's a very, very strange battle cry.
They also seem to be very sexually aroused. Some Englishman cheering them on from the sides. It's very weird.
It's very weird. So this is 1900s. This is rebel. This is actual rebel yell.
This is a rebel yell.
Yeah. Come on. Play. Oh, it's going to make me look like a fucking idiot.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Skip.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel highly honored at the introduction of our worthy friend and comrade Captain
So many formalities in a rebel yell.
Before I have this orgasm, I'd like to thank.
A few of us old cornfeds are left. We'll do all we can. We can't give you much, but we'll give you what we got left.
Oh my God, there's kids holding Confederate flags.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure of announcing to you that we are going to make an effort to repeat the old rebel yell. 1, 2, 3. Charge 'em, boys, charge 'em.
So it's a woohoo. A rebel yell is a woohoo.
That's pretty much all it is.
Woohoo! Da-da-da-da-da-da. Woohoo!
It's not exactly inspiring, is it?
Oh, I think they were better off with
Be
more.
aggressive. Be
aggressive.
SLAVE.
Give me an S. Give me an L.
Slavery fans in the stands, if you hear us, clap your chains.
Wow.
Sports Day was more terrifying than that rebel yell. Woohoo! There you go. Put Damon Albarn at the end of that. Woohoo! And I feel heavy metal.
And again, that's why they lost. If they had to like have 5 minutes of speeches before
Yeah.
they actually were, we'll just reload, I guess, while they're having the speeches.
Now there are many people that we need to thank for this war.
I think we know why they lost. Oh my God, talk about talking it up. It's just a woohoo. Calm down,
Because
mate.
the slaves are doing all the work. They had nothing to do but jawbone.
Oh my God, woohoo. Friggin' hell.
I know.
God, what, they think no one else in the world ever had a woohoo moment?
Apparently not. The old rebel yell.
No, see, that's the problem. That's why you can't just spend your whole life living in your small town. You got to get out and find out, you know what, we all woohoo.
Yeah, try that in a small town, Jason Aldean.
Regardless of colour, creed, religion, faith, we all woohoo
Yeah,
now and then.
especially the dick chicks.
Woohoo! Oh, my Lord. There we go. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. I wish I hadn't have asked.
Yeah, sorry,
Oh.
that took up a lot of podcast time.
And you've ruined Billy Idol.
Sorry.
But let us know, listeners out there. Can we still sing Rebel Yell, or do we need to change it? Do you think?
What would you change it to?
Well, I mean, he does do that bit in the song of "She Doesn't Like Slavery." You know, Billy Idol, very ahead of his time.
Yeah.
So we're very clear this is not a slavery issue because we're not a fan. We're a no on the slavery.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't discuss this.
I just assumed.
Wow.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Oh my god! No, I'm going to stand up for the podcast. I think we're going to put us down for the we are no to slavery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Note to self: cancel that giant order of Confederate flags for merch that I just ordered.
Unless, of course, those slaves are the people who were mean to cats when our giant feline overlords rightly assume power. Copyright. As we were saying, problems suck.
They do.
You know, I think we can agree on that. And anything can be a problem, from sesame seeds to a loose bed slat to venomous snakes to sand in your butt crack. They say for every problem there is a solution.
Yeah.
Not for this broken heart. But what happens when that solution turns out to be a bigger problem than your problem? That is a whole other series of problems. This week, we examine a world-famous solution which created a problem larger than the original solution's problem.
God.
And it all starts with the British colonial empire declaring war on the Indian cobra.
Oh.
So pour out your 10-litre buckets to scoop up this litre and let's get ready to incentivize! Woo!
Okay.
In this week's episode of The Cobra Effect.
Thank God, because when you started talking about, let's talk about a solution that became a bigger problem than the original, I was like, so you're going to start talking about the Holocaust? Like, what are we going in for here?
Or carry on Cobra.
Oh, God.
Or up the Cobra Pass without a paddle.
That's not bad. It's pretty good.
Or is that a cobra in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me?
Very good.
I enjoyed that.
That's very good.
In the early 1900s, when British colonials ruled India,
Yes.
they had a major problem. I mean, you know, besides the forced, slavery and genocide and
I'm guessing it's either
stealing of ancient artifacts and, like rape and murder and stuff. But apart from that,
sultana in curries.
cobras.
Okay.
The Indian cobra is native to the Indian subcontinent.
The name gives it away.
And its existence is recorded as far back as records exist for the area. The Indian cobra was once a feared but revered creature in Hindu mythology and is recorded in ancient pictures wrapped around the necks of gods.
Oh.
But religion, it's all about who you know, which family you marry into. I'm looking at you, Noah. I think that's bullshit. Oh, I'm going to kill everyone except this one specific family.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
No, and that's why I call bullshit, because no family likes each other enough that they'd be able to put up with each other for 40 days and not kill every other person on that boat.
No.
Yeah. Mythical. We've all seen a cobra. It's a moderately sized snake, on average ranging between 3 to 5 feet in length, although some have been recorded as large as 7.5 feet.
Oh. That's pretty big.
But let's be honest, it's all about the hood,
Yes.
which the snake expands when it feels threatened.
Yes.
So do I.
Oh, God. You expand your hood. Oh, God. Like the Predator.
100%. That's how I defend myself. I just stand there.
Like that dinosaur that spits blue shit on
Hood
Dennis
up.
Nedry. Oh, God. Imagine David Attenborough commentating your life.
I'm just saying, ladies, you need to learn to fight back.
As she undoes the overalls, prepares to put herself in attack position.
It shoots through. It's like that little alien mouth that just goes straight through the fabric.
Her legs behind her head. She has not forgotten the dance moves that once paid the rent.
Oh, God, if I could do the dance moves that used to pay the rent these days.
We wouldn't
my
have a
God.
podcast.
Yeah. I'd be around a pole right now. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. These days, oh, my God. I want to start an OnlyFans where it's just you watch someone just rubbing deep heat into me and the bit of me that hurts that day.
Honestly, you'd make $1 million.
Oh, my God.
There is no end to what dudes will pay to see.
Oh, my God. If there's anyone out there, if you'd like to pay to watch me rubbing on deep heat on the sore bits, let me know.
I'm sure there is. There's guys that would fucking fly from Japan to do it. There are. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
I can even put on the Mickey Mouse ears if it helps.
Oh, my goodness.
You know.
Oh, you smell like camphor lotion. This is a great honor for me.
Yes, it is. Lord Buddha.
Like, Japanese people are the only perverts. It'd be some bloke from Broken Hill that you know. G'day, Liz. Haven't done this since 40 training.
This brings back some memories.
Oh, knead your buttocks like pizza dough. Pretend I'm a cat getting comfortable. There we are.
Oh my God, the worst thing is like, because my cats like make biscuits, and if I get like a sore tummy, I try to put them on my belly and be like, make biscuits, and they're just like.
Do you know how true detective you just sounded? Just, are you going to make flowers on me today? Wow.
They never do though.
They never do.
They never do.
This cat's cunts.
I remember this when the overlords arrive.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. The Indian cobra is part of the big four of Asian snakes that are responsible for the most deaths from snake bite in Asia. The Indian cobra, look, let's be honest, it's found all across India,
Yes.
Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. You will find these little hoodsters in forests, agricultural lands, rocky terrain, wetlands, small villages, big cities, little cities, even big cities, capital cities. In fact, the only way you're going to escape the cobra is by going up over 7,000 feet.
Really? Mm-hmm. They don't like the altitude.
Don't like the altitude. Or by trudging to the very heart of the hottest desert.
Probably find them reading to your kids. Yeah.
Indian cobras everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So it's kind of like if you go to India, expect to see an Indian cobra.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you're bitten by the Indian cobra and don't seek immediate treatment,
Yes.
there is a fatality rate between 20 to 30%.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
But if you seek medical attention, that falls to around 9%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the moral quandary where we import so many Indian doctors to this country where they clearly need them. Yeah.
Some people may begin to develop symptoms within minutes from a bite, although one record tells of a man that took 8 days to die from a cobra bite.
Jesus.
8
8 days.
days.
That's even more than The Ring.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, would you get through all of the
Get bitten by a snake. Fuck it, I'm watching the tape. 7 days. Fuck you, snake.
just 8 days? That's a long time to die.
That's a long time to
You
die.
just
Because you got to come back on Monday. I'm going to die on my own time. Fuck. God damn it. I'll die at work like a man.
in the toilet.
Another death in the toilet. We're going to do something about these snakes.
I'm not using my weekend for this shit. 8 days.
That's brutal.
Oh my! You know what the worst thing is though? For everyone else who's like, oh, I'm gonna say like my fine. Everyone probably like cried and said their farewells on the first day.
Yeah.
What do you do for the next 7 days? Or especially if someone makes like a confession, like, oh my God, like I fucked your mum and I fucked your wife, and
Yeah.
You know, 7 to another 7 days.
So I just may as well start Game of Thrones from the start again. Good titties.
Oh my God. What would you do if you had 8 days to live?
I probably do.
Hang on, no, you're on new
I'm on new medication. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, woo, you've got at least a fortnight. 8 days. What do you do with 8 days?
Oh, look, if it was like 8 days where I knew I'd function. So say it was like the movie Elysium, where he's just taking those pills that keep him going until dead. I just hang out with my son, try and read Dune. Wake up, you little shit.
Longest 8 days of your life.
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'd do.
No.
Maybe put on a stand-up show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I haven't got any money.
Well, just as long as you don't die.
It's a pretty good possibility.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, 8 days. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I would do one of those, like, oh, my God. I'd stay in, like, the fanciest, like, $1 million a night thing and be like, yeah, I'll pay when the cruise is over.
They're going to see you walk in there with a sports bag with air holes in it, covered in cat hair. Oh, she's got money. Yeah.
100%.
Oh, I recognise her. She's on OnlyFans. She's the deep heat woman. No deep heat on the sheets. They're Egyptian cotton.
I'll let you watch. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, Japanese businessmen are here. We are convenient racial trope for perverts. Oh.
Oh, Lord. So, yeah, 8 days to die.
Yeah.
The oriental rat snake is often mistaken for the Indian cobra.
They all look alike.
But I knew we were going to get cancelled. I can't believe this. We're going to get cancelled on the fucking snake episode.
Drag queens, the Holocaust,
slavery,
manipulating children, slavery, and now an Asians all look alike joke.
Oh my God, talk about 8 days to die. We're not going to last 8 minutes. Oh God. But I'm telling you this, you racist piece of shit, is because you can easily, well, you should be able to easily tell them apart.
Right.
Okay, this was written in the book because the oriental rat snake is longer.
Okay.
And its body has a more prominent ridge.
Okay.
And I think the author of that statement is being ridiculously confident in my reaction to seeing a cobra.
Yeah.
And it being a lot more sort of educated, controlled, thought out, logical and calm and less pant shitty.
Yeah.
Than what it would actually be. Like, oh, well, see, it's got a ridge. It's a ridge. So it's just important to know which snake is going to bite me to death.
Yeah. You can tell that was named by one of the British colonials.
Oh, no, actually, we're coming up with some, like, spectacular names. Now, the other snake that gets confused for the Indian cobra is what do you think is the most English-sounding cobra ever?
Oh, no. The Delhi belly viper.
It's the monocled cobra.
Holy fuck. Does it have a moustache?
It does have a monocle.
It has claim to some land in Scotland. Oh, it's the monocled monarch snake of Lords.
It's the monocled cobra.
I went to school with it. I saw it fuck a pig at Eton.
Now, do you want to know why it's called the monocled cobra? How is the monocled cobra different from the Indian cobra?
It wears a tuxedo and it appears in the game Monopoly.
The Indian cobra is wearing spectacles.
Okay.
We have a picture.
That's the Indian cobra.
If you can say that, that's the Indian cobra.
Yes.
And you can see he's got like the two, like it's a little pair of glasses.
Little pair of glasses.
Little pair
Who
of
the fuck
glasses.
thinks that's a pair of glasses? I will never know.
Well, an Englishman when you're
Clearly.
looking at a monocled cobra.
How did the English ever have the largest land empire?
Well, clearly, because the secret is you've got to like sneak up behind this cobra
Unbelievable.
and take it by surprise.
Why didn't they call it the Cyclops snake?
Because it's got a monocle.
It's the dicks.
I was really hoping before I googled a picture, I was hoping that it would just have.
That's what I was thinking. Like maybe one of its eyes had like a black ring around it or something like that. Not the marking on the back of its head.
Clockwork Orange style,
Yeah.
but just a little cane and a
It's the green eggs and ham cobra.
little pair of Doc Martens, some white jeans. No, it's because of its monocle.
Okay.
Yes, you can tell people of money and privilege who don't have to work for a living when the
Yeah.
first thing they see is, oh well, it reminds me of my monocle.
The kind of people that give a welcome speech before their rebel yell. Yes, those people.
Oh, my lord. Now, the British governor of Delhi, maybe he was bullied by a child with glasses at school, who knows? But the governor decided that there was simply too many Indian cobras in India.
This sounds like it's going to lead to a very balanced and effective decree.
Specifically in the city of Delhi,
Okay.
where he was. I've got an outrageous plan, and I don't know if anyone voiced it at the time, but if you don't like all of the Indian cobras in India,
Yes.
have you tried fucking off back to your own country?
No, it's not in their vocabulary.
I'm just putting it out there.
There's been some wonderful work done with biodiversity in Australia. Yes, we've done some very good things there. We've introduced the common sparrow and the blackbird and foxes and cats and toads.
And the Irish.
And everything's going wonderfully there. Oh, the Irish, they eat all the frogs. They're competing for ecosystem in the lakes. Oh, no.
They keep eating all the currency, though. Oh.
The currency is rum.
So, yes, he didn't like the indigenous
Oh,
snakes.
you could just stop there. You could just stop there.
Anything indigenous? No, I don't like it.
No.
No, you know what the problem is with everything here? It's not English.
No.
Oh my god, this different continent is nothing like England.
No. I don't like the tea here.
No.
It doesn't taste like English tea at all.
No.
Put this on a boat, expose it to salt water, and then come and tell me that it tastes good. Put apples and sultanas in this curry, please.
Could you maybe take this lovely fresh food and maybe just put it in a tin and for about 6 to 8 months, and when it tastes like a soiled ass, then we'll be talking.
I want you to take all the copies of the Kama Sutra and burn it and replace it with Miss Magdalene's expert guide to closed eyes, no candlelight missionary position, please. For king and country.
That's right, everybody close your eyes and just lay down and start to read June until you nod off in your wife. That's the English way to do it.
Dare you invoke?
And then he saw the tribe. Oh dear. Oh, again. I'm sorry.
I'm finishing.
I'm ejaculating. Oh, Lord.
Permission to come aboard. Listeners, what's the most English way to come? Just let us know.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Permission to sweep the poop deck, sir.
Oh, no. He's a chimney sweep. Chim, chimney, chim, chimney.
Dear chim, chim, hurrah.
It is my birthday. Not into chimney sweeping. I brought some Mary's poppers. Amyl nitrate makes it go down nicer.
I'll do that. Just a spoonful of sugar makes your husband go down. Your husband go down.
In those tropics, I really couldn't blame them. You're the one who's got the attack, pussy.
Oh my god, yeah, because of comments like that.
Latches onto you like the fucking shapeshifter in the thing.
Oh my lord, it'd be cooling and refreshing down there,
It probably would.
like a oasis, a mirage in a sea of cobras. So he didn't like Indian snakes in India, so he placed a monetary bounty on the head of all cobras in Delhi.
Right.
The plan was simple: kill a cobra and then bring the dead snake in to the British and receive a cash reward.
Right.
At first, the English deemed the program to be a resounding success,
I can imagine.
as the money was high enough that a lot of people began cobra hunting,
Yeah.
some even making it their full-time income.
Yeah.
And the program was working, felt the governor,
Yes.
in that it was less and less cobras were being seen.
Yes.
And as a result, it became harder and harder for people in the city to find cobras to kill. And so now they were working harder to make less money.
Yes.
But then a curious thing was noticed by the British as the program went on. Few cobras were now seen in the streets, but the number of cobras that were being handed in for reward kept growing and growing and growing.
Yes.
The British sent out their spies and discovered that as the number of snakes started to dwindle, some enterprising people had begun breeding cobras en masse. And we're not talking on farms. People en masse were breeding cobras in their homes.
Oh, wow.
Then, when the cobra became of age, they would kill the cobra, take them to the British, and collect the reward, finding it so much easier to kill their homebred snakes than searching for and tackling a wild cobra.
Yes.
Most abandoned hunting the snakes in the streets altogether. Outraged, the British government stopped the bounty payments immediately.
That's brilliant. What are we going to do with all these snakes?
Which then left hundreds of humans left with a house full of cobras that had gone from being very valuable to worthless overnight.
Fucking snake coin.
So what do you do?
Non-fungible viper.
God damn it! So what do you do with a living room full of venomous cobras?
You fucking Ghostbusters it and you turn off the machine and just let them go.
You go outside and you dump them onto the streets.
Here's a school. There we go.
But the thing is, people were like, "Oh, obviously, I don't want to just dump them in front of my house, so I'll go a few blocks over."
Yeah.
But the guy who lives a few blocks over is just coming and dumping them out the front of your house.
Yeah.
The end result was there were now more cobras than ever on the streets of Delhi
Amazing.
than at the beginning of the program.
Yes.
Later in the early 1900s, a German economist, Horst Siebert, would coin the phrase cobra effect in relation to the phenomenon of unintended consequences of an action.
You've got to fuck up bad to get an economic trend named after
A
you.
German
Yeah.
economic trend.
Wow.
And I was looking for the cobra effect is still taught as a financial and even just a government policy lesson. Don't create something that's just going to create an even bigger problem.
Wow.
Ooh. So yes, the numbers of cobras quickly returned to their pre-British
Yes.
figures. Hooray! The Indian cobra is now protected, but they are listed as an animal of least concern in regards to the possibility of them becoming extinct.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I genuinely was waiting for this to go down the road of they've killed all the cobras.
Yeah.
Why do we have so many rats? I was waiting for that. Mm-hmm. And then, like, we've got so many rats. Why do we now have so much disease?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, the British are just fucking hopeless.
It's just, what do you mean it's a very important part of the ecosystem? No, I don't like it.
Can I shoot it? Does it give sport? Can I set it on my slaves? Yes. Well, keep a few slave snakes, but...
Will you pleasure my wife so I don't have to?
Can you imagine being in any way a competent member of the British regime? And you're like, what are we going to do with Charles? What are we going to do? Just fucking send him to India. He can't fuck it up.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's largest economies. He's going to go there. He's going to drink tea. He's going to have disappointing sex with his wife. Just let him go.
Yeah.
6 months later, they get a dispatch. You're not going to believe this.
He's increased the number of snakes in Delhi by 1,000-fold. Help us, we're covered in snakes.
We're covered in snakes, help. I'm wearing one as a moustache. I fashioned one into a monocle. It's really quite practical when you think about it. Wow.
Yeah, so...
Good job.
Oh, my God. And I'm like, poor Indian cobra. It had a rough trot.
Yeah.
But it turns out Indian cobra, to this day, still having a bit of a rough trot.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're like you're researching something, and then sometimes like a weird story, sort of slightly related but not, will sort of come up, and you're like, oh my God, like what?
Yeah.
And then you start reading it. I was researching the Indian cobra, and this heading caught my eye.
Okay.
All right. So it's still Indian cobra related. Let me just read this heading for you.
Okay.
Snakebite as a novel form of substance abuse.
Okay.
This was a paper that was written in 2011. And basically, it's having a look at this facility in March of 2011.
Okay.
That has had not one, but 2 people come in asking for assistance who've been using snake venom to get high.
This has to be happening in either Alabama or...
This is in India.
Oh, okay.
This is actually in India with the Indian cobra.
Cannabis grows on the side of the road. You guys. You share a border with Pakistan. There is so much heroin. What are you doing?
Okay, one of these sentences. Of all the novel forms of psychoactive substance use reported, snake venom represents the potentially most lethal form. So in March 2010, at this facility, they had 2 reports of snake venom being used for recreational purposes.
Right.
You probably never thought you were going to hear these words together.
No.
There is evidence suggesting the use of snake venom as a substitute for morphine and in mitigating opioid withdrawal.
Okay.
It's not how I would choose to come down.
No. That's a Nick Cave song that I don't want to hear.
2 patients with multiple substance use disorders resorted to occasional snake bites for recreational purposes.
Okay.
The first one was a 52-year-old married male. We knew it was going to be men. You didn't need to add that to the document. We were all like, dudes.
Yeah.
It's going to be dudes. When you say people, you mean men. Yeah. 52-year-old married male who had a history of substance abuse for the last 34 years.
He's a pro.
Yeah. So, he's legit. 2 months before contacting the centre, he had learned of the intoxicating effects of snake venom through some of his friends.
Oh, they're not friends.
This is what your friends are talking about down at the Rotary.
Yeah.
You know, just cooking the barbecue. What did you do on the weekend? Oh, I got bitten by a snake. Oh.
I did some snake yo.
Oh, Lord. So some of his friends told him about it, and he decided to try it in order to experience the kick the other substances now lacked.
Fair enough. He's a journeyman.
You're a man who, like, tried substances. Did it ever occur to you to be like, you know what the next level is? Snake.
Can't say I ever did.
Just doing your coke off a snake.
That's one hell of a line. Stay still, damn it.
It's very hissy, this line. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord.
Get it halfway up your nose before you realise what you're doing. Oh, dear.
Oh, my God. So, you know, they say, like, you have, like, defining moments where you're like, oh, you know what? I think this could be the moment that the universe is telling me that I need to...
Sober up.
Yeah, this is the moment. You shat on a bank. Like, it's, you know, like, you all have your moments.
Yeah.
I think he should have realised this was his moment when he went to seek the help of the nomadic snake charmer people to borrow the snake.
Got any snake?
Call me Bliskin. He subjected himself twice to the snake bite over his left forearm
Oh, dude, no, that's straight to your heart.
over a period of 15 days.
Oh.
So he just didn't do it.
He made a mockery of that 8 days, didn't he?
Woo.
Holy shit.
Okay, so this is the high that you get. I mean, and this is the high if you're not dying.
Yeah.
You know, post the high.
Yeah.
The patient described a feeling of dizziness and blurred vision,
Okay.
which so far is not sounding good.
No, man.
No. It sounds like a bad curry.
Yeah.
Like,
I want my drugs to be more dopamine blast rather than central nervous system shutting down.
yeah. So, feeling of dizziness and blurred vision followed by a heightened arousal. Oh.
Oh, dear.
They don't mean, like...
Yeah, I think they do. Oh, dear.
Oh. So you're now dizzy, vomity, covered in snake bites and horny.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
The average Southeast Asian Australian tourist.
oh. So he had a heightened arousal and a sense of well-being, which is a lie.
He really did that like Hitler in one of those speeches. Heightened arousal.
He's a lot of things right now, but feeling well is should not be one of them. No. A feeling of well-being lasting a few hours, and he described it as a more intense state of arousal. Will you stop talking about your sense of arousal, mate? A more intense state of arousal than he would normally experience with other injections.
Oh, wow.
The second person, what do you know,
Oh, someone had to give it a go, yep.
was a man.
Look at him, 15 days with a boner. That sounds like fun.
44-year-old married male
Yes.
with a history of substance abuse for the last 29 years. Mostly with opioids. During the interview, it was revealed that the patient would engage in socially disapproved activities. All right, so this is leading up to this doing the snake.
Yeah.
So this is their idea of socially disapproved activities, like harassing his relatives. That's just called having relatives.
Can you imagine that Motley Crue video clip?
activities, harassing his relatives and his neighbours.
Oh, hello.
Probably with his huge boner, if the last guy has anything
Knock,
to deal
knock.
with. His parents, and later with his wife as well.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god! How is a guy covered in snake bites, dizzy, with a raging boner, who fights with his relatives, still married, single, but he's in a long-term committed relationship.
Long-term, parentheses, arranged relationship.
Nothing can prepare you for that.
No.
Oh, Lord. So he learned of the use of snakebite as a means of getting high. I don't, like, kids, when you're listening to this is not a call for you to go out and run.
No.
This is very much, no, don't do this, all right? And if this sounds like a good idea, go to a clinic, all right? This is the sign.
I would listen to this Cypress Hill. Pick it, pack it, fire it up, come along. The snake's 6 foot long.
Hissy with the wissy.
When the snake goes down, you better be ready. When the snake goes down,
you better get ready. Oh, my God.
I smoked so much weed to that record. Everyone did.
Oh, my God. So he presented himself to a location in an urban slum.
Just imagine this guy during the times of the bounty holding up a snake going, legalize it.
Oh my God, 100%. Oh my God, raging boner.
Yuck.
Just a banner hanging off his 8-day dick. Oh my God. Big Viagra shutting him down. Oh my Lord. So he presented himself to an urban slum where apparently this service is readily available. He subjected himself to being bitten once on his left foot by a small Indian cobra. Just
to see.
Oh. The patient described the experience as a blackout.
Jesus.
A blackout associated with a sense of well-being. I don't know about you, but that's not what I associate with. Like, oh, I'm going now. Yeah, thank you, Jesus. Ah. No. A sense of well-being, I can't say it. Lethargy and sleepiness. It's just me after a long day at work. He slept overnight at the same place and awoke the next morning without any residual effect.
Jesus Christ.
You should have had an effect of shame, mate, and just, you know what? I'm going to take this boner and I'm going to sort my life out.
Yeah.
I reckon this is the sign.
This is the one.
Things need to change. What do you think, Ranger?
Time for an intervention. You and your snake, not that one.
We need to cut it off. Ah! Not literally. Oh, my Lord. So, yeah. To all the kids out there, leave snakes alone in every way.
Yes.
Shape and form.
Yes.
If you go somewhere and they're there, leave them. Just leave them be and just move on. And certainly don't try to use them as a drug.
No.
Or to give you a boner.
Yeah. Here's me also, I used to huff soda bulbs. So, you know.
Huff what?
Nangs.
Oh, the little...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I'm not so much better.
Well, I don't know. Did you ever, like, poke a snake with your foot till it...
No.
Yeah, give me a boner. Come on.
No.
Give me a rager. With a rebel yell.
Woo!
Oh, my Lord. So I just thought something just a little bit different. We'd had a little bit too much murder and death.
Yeah.
So just a little... Yeah.
Just a little snake boner. That's all it needed.
Just give it a little touch with your foot. Oh, that's going to traumatize me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everyone out there, just leave snakes alone.
Yes.
Don't colonize other countries, and be nice to cats. And you know what? Instead of trying to look for a snake, maybe look for a mothman.
Yeah. Unless it's an attack vagina, in which case make sure that the moth doesn't just go zzzt at the end of it.
Just put your shield down and carry on.
Fair enough.
Attack formation.
And there is no bounds to British stupidity, nor is there a no in necrophilia.
Well, 8-day boner.
Yeah. Live show and Patreon coming soon.